Hello, hello, hello. I did not go live this morning. I was planning to go live, but I received a phone call that was very important to me, and I'm glad I took the 2 hours to talk to that person on the phone. So I wanted to go live, but I was on the phone for 2 hours talking about flat Earth and stuff like that. So I mean that was still going on. But it was nice to share. It was Danielle, so I was talking with Danielle, and Danielle used YouTube name is it's flatly checked, and she is one of my moderators. And she was sharing part of her testimony about the things that worked on her, and I was sharing my testimony about the things the Lord has shared to me. And it was really good. I tell you what. Them 2 hours, 2 hours flew right by. I didn't, 2 hours on the phone. There she is. What is up? I'm talking about you, person watching right now. I'm impressed. I can't stop thinking about share that with the people, but I want your permission to share what you told me. But if you don't want me to, it's okay. I will keep that because I'll tell you, I think that's one of God's pearls. And maybe there might, there might be some I'm not telling or sharing that story, but that I cannot stop thinking about that. So okay, I can tell people. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right, all right. Well, I'll just talk to you for a minute, build an audience, and then maybe when there's more people in there, I mean, it lines up with everything I know already. That's why you got my attention on that because it's already what you said to me lines up with what God has been showing me. And I'm jealous now that you've seen that and I didn't get this now. I've seen other signs in the heavens, but I want to see that too. You know what I mean? And then it lines up with everything. So listen, that wow. I I can't stop thinking about what you told me. Wow, 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 wow. Well, like I said, that 2 hours. It didn't even feel like 2 hours on the phone. I enjoyed every moment of it. It was good to hear what you had to say, and then you impressed and how quickly you wanted to look into what I was telling you, and you got through that gatekeeper. That's the gatekeeper, like I told you, and you got through that pretty quick. And it's like you didn't even slow down for the check. You just went right through the. And I was impressed by that too. So you impressed me twice on the phone today that I've never. Wow, wow. I mean, amazing, Danielle. Um, wow. Somebody has a teaching spirit, and I'm keep talking about you, but I'm still impressed. I can't get it out of my head what you said. Um, but I will leave that a little bit later because whoever else is in here is not commenting or liking or asking what's going on. But that would be something when I have a little bit more of an audience. So if you're watching this later, you're gonna have to wait towards later. So to find out what Danielle told me on the phone, it's pretty cool, and it lines up with what I know about what's up above. They are. That hit me right here when you told me. So who else we got in here? We just got two people, just me and you. Danielle was talking. That's okay. Let me go over the flat Earth news. I made some more of these things. I got 50 more. I already handed out. Well, I already put up a couple of them. Out a couple of them. So I still got a whole packet full of them. Hey, let me give you an update, and I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna block out anybody's personal information, but I want to bring this to light so everybody knows what's going on here in Flat Earth Watertown, New York. There's a little bit of a budget. Let's see what we got in the account. Let's see what the channel has in its account, and we'll show everybody what the account balance is. I just don't want. I just want to block out anybody's name besides my name. But this is my current balance. For the channel. So everybody see that. Now, in total, the total amount this channel has received is 155. I received 100 back in, well, it was two payments. One was towards the end of October and the other came like the beginning of November. So they were like a week apart, but it was $100. So this channel has received a total of $155. The $100, I used that for the travel out to Vegas because I was out on the road, and those funds, like it's so weird how that came to me because I wasn't even thinking about how God sent that to me. Just so I blessing. So it was needed, much needed. It's a long way to go when you don't got a lot of money to do a lot of traveling. So $100 goes a long way on when you're traveling. So that was very much well needed plus it was for the channel. I was doing my flat earth stuff. So the total budget for this channel so far has been 155. And 100 of it went towards Vegas traveling. So now I got $55 on there. Now, what am I going to do with that? Well, I got some plans. I want to finish this first. I want to finish my wall. And that's going to take paint supplies. Now, I don't know how much is that's going to cost me. I do want to buy. Now, I thought about the internet connection issue that I have. I don't think I was contacting the internet people unless I know I have at least a 3-month budget for internet where I know that I can pay them for a minimum of 3 months. Because I don't want to call them up only having 1 month's available, and you know what I mean. And then I'm just gonna have to wait till at least I know I got 90 of a budget for that. So the current budget for the channel is $55. We no longer have a $0 budget. Actually, the money that's on there has been on there for a little while because I had 25 of that sent by somebody else, and that's been sitting on there for a while. So I just hope that this just goes to show that I want to show you what the finances will be for this channel. I'm going to try to treat this like a business as best I can. I mean, we'll see what happens here. I'm trying to do the best thing, bring everything to light so everybody knows the operating budget. Yeah, you guys would want to know that, right? Like, right? That'd be something you guys would want to know, like what my budget is, what's going on, because you want to check out who, I think it's very easy to determine who's like legit flat earther versus somebody who might not be. I don't know if you guys heard about Robbie Davidson. Now, if I ever really watched, I know who he is, like of Robbie Davidson, but I heard that he took a lot of money, and I don't know if that's true. I do not know. I don't know if that's just the way the devil's starting a rumor to get people to doubt him, or if he really did. I don't know. But I can tell you that I don't think Robbie would ever have, or anybody has shown their balance for what is going on here. But I will keep everybody updated, whether I spend it or whether I receive it, so everybody has an update of a channel budget. because I'm not using this. It's not my. This is not going towards my anything personal for me. I I went to get a sub today. I use my food stamps. I can go to the gas station and get a sub on food stamps. And that's what I did. I went over there, used my food stamps, got a sub made. That's what I ate for lunch. And here we go. And I bought some peanut M&Ms. I like peanut M&Ms, so I ate a half a bag of the peanut. It said the sharing size, so I ate half of it, and then I think I'll share the rest of it with me later. I just wanted to bring everything to light, so everybody knows what's going on here. Because this kingdom work, I'm excited about the kingdom work. Of course, we got the meeting on Tuesday. Is Monday a holiday or something? Is Monday like President's Day? I don't even know, right? Is Monday supposed to be a holiday? So that means Tuesday business goes back, and that's when, because I was wondering why the city council meeting is normally on Mondays. City council meetings are normally on Mondays, unless that Monday is an observed holiday, and then it bumps it to Tuesday. So there must be something Monday, and I don't know what Monday is supposed to be. President, I don't know. But normally it's the first and third Monday of the month is the normal schedule. So I'm gonna grab these every time now because I've been grabbing them. They're the itinerary. So to do that because there's so many of these holidays that I don't pay attention to that I'm bound to miss one and show up when it's closed. I don't pay attention to their pagan holidays or whatever holiday they're celebrating. I don't know. So that's in. You got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got 3 days in the wake up. We got 3 days in the wake up until I go for. I think this is like I believe my 7th time. I kind of think like Jericho, the walls of Jericho, where they blew the trumpets. What 7 times, and the walls fell. Or like when Moses had to go to Pharaoh, had to go a bunch of times. So that's why I've been doing it a bunch of times, because if I look in scripture, yeah, sometimes you got to do stuff a bunch of times. So I'm just going to keep going until the dam burst. That's I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just keep going until the dam bursts for these people. Listen, there's a stir going on right now in my town. Or 2 days ago, I was talking to a guy and asked me my name, and I told him. He's like, "Why do I know that name?" And I was like, "I'm famous, man. I'm famous." The word's getting out. People are starting to wonder who I am and what the heck I'm doing. So that's good. I have been breaking news for them. I have been in their news. So I've been on the radio. I used to call into a radio station for 3 months and talk about flat Earth, and it's a local radio station, 1240 a.m. And the guy who runs that now used to be our mayor for 20 years, and he was my neighbor for 7 years. Like I know a lot of people in this town, but now that I'm a flat earther, everybody doesn't want to be around me because I'm so out there now. They're like, whoa. But people are coming around. If anybody missed my interview with my friend Jameson came on my live yesterday. So he was my first guest on live, and he actually surprised me too. He surprised me at how well received he was taking. Not so much what I was telling him, but what you guys were telling him. As soon as whoever was typing whatever, I get it. Meanwhile, I've been trying to explain the same thing to the kid for months. He's only 18. Jameson's only 18. He's half my age. All right. And then he comes in here and he reads a couple comments and he's like, whoa, that makes sense. How come you didn't tell me that? I'm like, I've been trying to tell you that. I guess, I don't know, maybe just hearing it from somebody else. I guess. I don't know. But it's so funny. The one thing about this is so funny. In the beginning, when I first James, hey Tom, what's up, man? Um, cool. Thanks for coming in, man. Come over, hit the like button. Make sure you're friendly. That's how I can tell how many friendlies we got going. How many is on? How many biblical flat earthers we got? There we go. We got a couple in here. Awesome. Um, so that's cool, Tom. I'm glad you coming in from Norway. Awesome. We're just going over the news. I got a city council meeting on the 18th of February, where I think it's I've lost. It's my number 7th time going. So we got that going on, and I just gave a budget report for my channel, and my channel has a $55 budget right now. So that's good. That's what's in the account for the channel, and I would like to finish my map. So we'll see how that goes. So now I believe I'm fully funded to complete my wall, at least. So that's cool. So that project has been funded, and now I just need get to the store and actually get the paints and the brushes, and then like whatever else I find at the store. You know how you at the store, you're like, oh, you grab like, oh, you might see some kind of stencil that will help you out or whatever I need to help me complete my background, because I want to make this as professional and good looking as the channel as possible. Not everybody wants to come see a guy going live using his neighbor's Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I want a clear channel that's got good quality, and I want to be able to grow. You got to grow. I mean, businesses do. You grow, right? And if I'm going to take this serious, this is a channel, right? And they got to like business, but it's all for the glory of God. No, I will go live at city council only if I could do it from my phone. But I have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live from a mobile phone. Why they set that parameter, I do not know. But no, I would have to go live from my laptop and hold it. I can do that. But I will record it and upload it, just like I've been doing. So there will be a recording of it, but no, I will not be going live. Now, what I will do is come home, make the video, put it up. Once it's up, I'm live. And then people can watch the video and we can talk about it. So that could be the plan for Tuesday night. So that's a good once I can go live for my mobile phone, absolutely. Need 1,000 subscribers for that. So I'm like a third of the way there. I need 2 more thirds to go to get to that minimum. So listen, you guys are in on the groundbreaking floor of this channel. Like, this is the newest, hottest flat earth channel out there, because I'm gonna let you know when it's my opinion. So I'm gonna let you know what I think about things. All right. And then I'm gonna tell you when I don't know something. Who is not a flat earther, but I think he's coming around. My buddy Jameson that I had on my live show yesterday. In the beginning, I wanted to finish the story. Jameson brought his friend over, Brandon, right? And they wanted to debunk. Jameson wanted to, face laugh at me. But when I told Brandon about flat Earth, he's like, "Yeah, it makes sense." And then Jameson mentioned that, like, how he was like, "Wait, like now we're laughing at now we're looking at him like, well, if Brandon's like, he making sense." Everything you guys said in the comments, everything y'all said to my friend Jameson is boogie woogie in his brain. All right. And we'll see if God keeps watering that for him. Because I think Jameson is getting ready to turn the corner. I do, because if you watch his interview, he surprised me. That was not the Jameson I knew about talking about flat Earth. All right. That's not the Jameson I know talking about flat. So going live put the heat on him. So hey, that's cool, I guess. So we got any more questions? We got six people. Listen, if you're a biblical flat earther and you want to let me know that you're friendly, go hit that like button. Because I already know that we got Tom and Danielle in here. All right. So any other friendlies? Nope, we got someone leaving. So that was bye. What other flat earth news? Now, hey, we got 5 people in here. Now I heard something today that confirms everyone knowing about the heavens. I was on the phone today, and Danielle told me that her and her daughter have a Nikon 900, I think she said, and they were looking at. I think she said it was Jupiter, or whatever. Okay, regardless if it is Jupiter or a different one or whatever. This is what she tells me. She looks up, she looks in the camera, and she sees an angel dressed in a white robe with a golden sash with a bow and skin like dark bronze, waved at her. She jumped back from the camera. I think she said she went to the ground or something, and then she asked her daughter to look in the camera. Her daughter looks in the camera, sees the same thing, sees a angel with dark brown skin and a white robe with a golden sash holding a bow. And then Danielle asked her daughter, without even mentioning what she had just seen, said, "What did you just see?" And her daughter say, "I seen the man in the white robe wave." And then Danielle said, "That's what I seen." We know that the stars are angels. And I asked Danielle this, like, I told her I was a little jealous, like, because when I've seen the stars zoomed in on, all I see is the waters and the frequencies and the lights. And then Danielle said, the angels can make themselves known when they want to. Right. She's absolutely right. But I tell you what, when she told me that, I knew each way. There's no way that account of what she just said can't be true. It is the absolute truth. And I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to see that yet. I said, "Yeah, you hear that? That's my faith talking." Because listen, I'm looking. I'm going to get one of those angels to wave at me. Straight up. That was one of the most powerful things I've heard in a long time. Holy smokes. I thought Miss Ruth's testimony was powerful. Danielle, that's why I asked your permission to ask you if I could say that, because that is such a pearl. That is such a great thing, a great and mighty thing. Danielle, you and your daughter seen get this in your heart and stick it in your heart. You've seen a great and mighty thing. That's a great and mighty thing to behold in the heavens. Now, let's verify Danielle's experience in scripture. let's talk about these stars and why God put them there. Does anybody know why God put the stars in the heavens? For signs and for seasons and to give light upon the earth. So, Danielle, your testimony's scripture, right? And she told me that she doesn't feel, she doesn't like telling people that because they won't believe her. Listen, you're right. They won't believe you because they just don't know. They just don't know. But Danielle, go to Genesis chapter 1, right? Go to Genesis chapter 1. It's confirmed. God put the stars in the heavens for signs and for seasons and light upon the earth. For signs. You and your daughter seen a sign in the heavens in a star. So that's a great and mighty thing. That's a great and mighty thing. Mighty thing. And I'm blessed that you told me. Thank you for telling me. You uplifted me. You up Danielle. You did. And that's a great thing you told me. And it can be confirmed in scripture. All right? Right in Genesis chapter 1. Go read what the stars are for. The Revelation to know that the stars are angels. So, I mean, it lines up. Your testimony lines up with the book. Before, listen, as soon as you told me, I knew you were telling me the truth. So that was one of the most awesomest things I've ever heard. You're right. Because I asked Danielle, well, I've seen those videos and it just looks like frequencies. But then she said, angels can show themselves who they want. I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely right. They can make men, show themselves if they want to. And come on. I mean, the wave alone would make me fall on the ground. If I looked through a telescope or a camera and I looked up and seen that and the angel waved at me like you said, I would have fell to the ground too, like that too, like just in shock. In shock, the strength in my body probably would have fell out of me, and that's why I'm so jealous because I want to experience. Scooby 2, what's up, Scooby 2? Scooby 2, how are you? Let me know all about you. Tell me. It's a sign. Now, don't get stuck on the angel, all right? Don't get stuck on that angel, all right? Just know that he's a being of light, created angels. We know that they surround the throne of God. That's why the stars go around the throne of God. Well, she brought up the fact that he had a bow, and the angels have them. Sure, there's so many. I mean, why wouldn't more than one angel have a bow? Because aren't they supposed to be bow? Because they are God's army. Now, this is what interesting about what you told me. This is why I'm telling you to be careful, Danielle. This is why, because of Enoch. I'm going to tell you why I'm being careful about, because you told me you believe Jupiter, right? Is what you told me. You believed what you were looking at. Okay, let's say it is Jupiter or one of the planets. Okay, let's say it is one of those. Know that the planets have transgressed God from the book of Enoch, and that there's mountains reserved for them later for their torment because they've led men astray. Okay, maybe, let's say if that's the case, it's true. Like I think I believe that. I mean, I've read it. So I mean, and listen to it. I'm sorry, I haven't read it on the book. The only place I found it so far is so I can audio listen to the book of Enoch. So I don't know. So that's what I was saying. That could just don't get caught up in the fact that it's that angel in particular. I understand how great and mighty of a thing is, but I've also thought that if it is Jupiter, like you said, that's what you were looking at. Hey, how about this now? Can somebody go Google Jupiter and the Roman god or the god Jupiter? You know how they're like gods. Does anybody? I wonder if he has a golden sash and a bow. Just wondering. All right, because if he's Jupiter, it makes me suspicious of why he waved to you and your daughter. Now, not to say that that could have just been God signaling to you. You know, sometimes the stars do. I mean, the planets do revolve like they're supposed to, but sometimes they don't. So, I mean, what I'm saying, rebellious by waving, or was he being friendly by waving? That makes me wonder. Only because of you told me you thought you were looking at Jupiter, and because of what Enoch says about the one stars and the place reserved for them, because they've led men astray. That's what. Okay, so that's only what I'm thinking about. Okay, so that's what I thought about when you told me that it was Jupiter, the actual one of the wandering stars, that it could be a tricky situation because of what I've heard through the book of Enoch and the wandering stars. So I don't know, but regardless if he was being like proud in a wave, and then there's a difference of being heavenly, like, hey, we got your back wave, you know, like from the throne of God wave. Because think about it, we all know that it's all from the hand of God, but we do know about the wandering stars, and they transgress God's ordination of order. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know, but regardless, he's still an angel. So that's what I think about that. I mean, does that make sense to you? I mean, I'm just trying to think about, because you told me it was Jupiter, and then I just started to think about everything I know about, and I don't know, but I definitely believe that I believe it happened absolutely 100%, just the way you said so. Absolutely, I believe that. But whether it was friendly or to be deceiving, I don't know. I don't know, but that's such a powerful thing. Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo. I don't know why you're talking to me about marsupials. Let me go back to see what you're saying. Question for you: Do you think the marsupials from the other animals? Well, why do they need to be separated from the other animals? I will say both sides. I didn't know this was an issue. I didn't know that like kangaroos and stuff like that needed to be separated. And then he says the Bible is it's not very suspenseful though. It's not very suspenseful. Yeah, because you know why? Because most it's spoiler alert. Most people know what happens. God comes back, you know. So I mean, maybe that's why maybe that's why it's not suspenseful, because it's Christians. We know the outcome. Even though we're in the midst of stuff, we know the ending. So yeah, I guess it's not so suspenseful. Yeah, because we know how things play out in the big picture, right? In the big picture, we're aware of how things play out. So, huh. But anyway, we got 6 people in here. If you are a biblical flat earther and you are a friend, please come on, hit that like button so I know how many biblical flat earthers we got in here. And also come down and make a couple comments. TV in here, he's saying Jupiter and Saturn will be very close in 2021 for the rise. Jupiter will rise as high as the sun by 2014. So let's examine what TV just said here. We do know that Jupiter is a wandering star and it wanders. So it looks like he's saying some prophecy here. Now, I do not know, but he's saying rise as high as the sun by 2024. So that means now we're going to be in the southern sky. All right. So, but TV is saying that Jupiter is going to start to rise and come closer to the zenith, come up and higher. Okay. Now, I don't know. It's very interesting. Interesting, but it can have some. It could be true. Think about it like this: that it is a transgressor. That star angel is a transgressor from God's order. Um, so this could be revelation. That's suspenseful. Yeah, it is. Revelation. Yeah. If you guys want to know about angels, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there's a bunch of angels throughout, but I mean, it seems. I mean, the armies of angels are coming. I mean, there's more angels talked about in Revelation than any other book. Armies of them here, people. Armies, multitudes. So it says we do not have to know the particulars. We just know it's being lied to on a massive scale. Here's my thing, though. I like to know the particulars. Um, I mean, it's kind of like what this whole channel is all about, to know the particulars because that means science proves God. Okay, when you use real science now, science proves God. And to know the particulars is very important because I need to have every answer to all these questions that I get because people are asking me questions and I have to tell them I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. You know, I hate it when that happens that I have to. No, that's what it's all about, right? We're all seeking for truth. There's things we don't know, right? Um, Now, whether you know this isn't going to differ from your salvation or nothing. Listen, you're still about your heart condition with God. That's still important. You know, this is for people that want to come off the milk and come to meat. All right, this is the meat here. This is for Christians who want to continue to grow in wisdom, because we're never complete, and we cannot be complete until we're back with the Lord, transfigured out of these fleshly bodies. All right, that's what all knowledge, okay, of all things, right? Back to, because right now there's a veil on us, right? And right now, we're the mud off our visor to see what's going on, and we're trying to get all these other people to start wiping the mud off. See, we've already started to unveil things here, all right? And you can continue to peel back layers and layers and layers, because there's one thing I've learned: you'll never know. You'll never know when the Holy Spirit just surprises you with things and just teaches you something new and tells you something. But you're right. We don't have to know, but it interests me to know. It does. It just interests me to know, because I hate that people ask me about eclipses. Now, I understand there might be two different bodies up there that cause eclipses, like what the Hindus have to say about it. If you guys would like to know something about what the Hindus have to say about the eclipses, I think it's very interesting to hear what they say, what causes the eclipse. So, but I can tell you the truth that it's not the Earth that does it. It's not the Earth out. Okay, that's provable. That's proof. I've seen the sun and moon above the horizon during a red blood eclipse. So, I mean, I observed it with my own eyes. But how it does it, I think I got a little insight from the Hindus. They call it Ratu, K2, or Katu. I don't know. They're basically saying there's like invisible bodies up there in the heaven. They're invisible to us, but when they would pass in front of the moon or the sun, it blocks them out. And one of them blocks it out, and the other one it red. Now, I don't know. I haven't found anywhere in any scripture from anybody that talks about any other heavenly bodies that causes eclipse. I have not found that. I have not found that. So I hate it when people ask me about eclipses because I'm unable to explain it. All right. Except for the little stuff I found, like what the Hindus had to say about it. And then the other thing Jameson brought up. This is what Jameson brought up. Because in the beginning there was nothing but water, right? God doesn't talking about creating water. It starts out that there was darkness on the face of the deep. And then he said, let there be light. And then there's light on top of the face of the deep, right? So we have the face of the deep. And Jameson asked me, what's holding, if water has to be contained, right? What's holding the great rivers? That's a great question. And I've been asked that a few times. Hold on a second. I got a number calling me. Hello? Hello? They hung up. Oh, I got a text. All right, all right, all right. Let's see somebody's contract. And he holds a staff. Okay. Um, no, I was just wondering because if you got a good description of him, I was just curious to see if that was depicted as the same. Now, it makes me wonder that maybe it wasn't Jupiter. But you know what I mean? Like, who knows? If you think it was Jupiter, it could have been Jupiter. Okay, but it just makes me wonder because I was wondering this was asked. What to say if it was, it had the same description. It just made me wonder, like, if he's been doing it, if a wave like that, he's been doing it for thousands of years to people, and maybe that's how he became a god or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. I'm just thinking. I was just thinking. So this is just telling you what I thought about it. But it's oh man, that's one of the greatest things I've ever heard, though. And I love Miss Ruth's testimony, but you just won up Miss Ruth, Danielle. I thought I just heard like what you just said is like wow. You just won up Miss Ruth. I can't get that out of my head. It's been stuck in my head ever since you told me. So thank you. I needed a good something stuck in my head that I didn't know about. Well, I knew about it, but it was nice to you edified me. You told me that. My spirit leaped out. Like I know, when you hear truth, like you just jump back, like, oh yeah. That's what happened to me on my couch. I didn't like scream out loud, but in my spirit I did. I was like, whoa. So what else? TV says, let's see what he's saying. Now, I've observed this too. The red blood moon eclipse. I observed that thing so low in the sky, I thought it was going to crash into the earth. I thought it was going to hit the earth. When I seen the red blood moon eclipse is very, very, very low in the sky. When I seen the solar eclipse, because Watertown got to see some that was very high in the sky, almost at zenith, almost at its highest point in the sky during it. So he is right about saying a high low, Florida, and that thing was so low on the horizon, I thought it was into the earth. It was so low looking, and it was coming down fast too. It was coming down fast. It was coming down fast. I'm reading some of these comments now. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you shared that with me. Don't let that tell everybody about that. As many people, you're just gonna run into that problem where they're either gonna believe you or they're not gonna believe you. All right, and there's gonna be no right. You're not gonna be able to convince this of nobody. All right, let me give you that advice right now, Danielle. What you told me, you're not gonna convince anybody. They're either gonna believe it right away or they're not. And do not, if they don't believe you, don't try to waste your breath with it because it's only going to cause more problems for you. So you can tell people, but people either right away or they're not, and you cannot convince them. I don't think. All right, people, their heart's got to be right. Right. This is the part of the times where the Lord's starting to, the shaft from the wheat here. All right, we're being refined. This is refining that's going on, and because you know what, the Lord's testing us. Who's really because the Lord wants to know. The Lord wants to know who's really calling upon my name, who's really standing up for what I'm saying, who's really doing kingdom work. Is there anybody walking in the power and authority that I told them they have? God's interested in. I mean, you got to be saved first. I mean, let's not forget that part. But see, we're coming off the milk on this channel, and we're on to the meat. And I'll be honest with you, man, we're on to dessert, man. We're on to dessert. We're off the meat. Like, listen, flat Earth was the meat. All right, but there's some teachings that I give. I give some desserts out there. There's some pearls out there that I gave. And plus, I learned a lot from the people in the comments. Okay, looks like TV. I'm gonna start calling you BTV. BTV. He got some good stuff over here. Now he says a new moon. Let's see what he's saying here. A new moon is the crossing of the ecliptic. So rising to summer and descending to winter. The sun. The full moon is the reverse, going down summer and rising to winter. Well, I have observed the moon to be very high in its winter. And when I was in Florida, it was winter though. During that red blood moon eclipse, then it was full and going into the red, that was winter also. And that would have been January or February, but it was winter. So I have seen the sun or the moon high during winter and also low during winter. See, this is what I don't know. See, the book of Enoch talks about the courses or the circuits. The circuits. All right. That's what I would like to know. I would like to know the circuits of the sun and the moon, their actual circuits where they go and what's going on. See, that information, we should have been taught that. We should have been this real science. If we were using real science in school, we would already know all this. We would be knowing all this already. I'm not saying you're wrong, BTV. I'm just saying I just don't know. I don't know their circuits. I don't know the sun and moon's exact circuits. I have an idea of what's going on with them. Mr. Cheswick. Okay, man. Coming in from the UK. Right here, we got UK. What's going on? And we got the Netherlands, which I have depicted here, according to my map. According to my map, this is the Netherlands. All right. So, and then we got it's flat recheck down in Texas. We got people all over from the UK. From the UK, nice. We got somebody else from the UK that comes over to my channel, Mr. Cheswick. Yeah, Piper Bear. She told me she's in England. Something East London or East something, I'm not sure. No, I'm not saying. Listen, you're probably right, but I like right now. I'm looking at the moon yesterday night. It was really high in the sky, but when I seen that red blood moon eclipse, listen, I don't go to Florida unless it's wintertime. It's cold up here. So I was in Florida during about the same time winter time, and it was really low in the sky. Like I thought it was coming down into the trees and it was disappearing. I thought it was going to crash into the earth. I was like, man, it looks like that moon's going to hit the earth. You know what I mean? When it was already completely red as it was coming down, but it was really coming down quick though. It was much faster than I've ever observed the moon move before. Moving pretty quickly down out of the horizon. I mean, 1 minute it's way up here, and a minute later, man, it's right there, and it was gone. Like it was moving at a pretty good clip, it seemed. But then it disappeared. Like you couldn't see it no more. It's floats back. Then you can only see so far because you got the tree line, and then it was below my vision. It really looked like it had a collision course with the earth. But it was unique. But it could be that too. I mean, maybe for that red blood moon eclipse to happen, it has to change it where it comes down. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Their circuits is unknown to me. So there's another question. So I just mentioned the two things. The eclipses. There's now the sun and moon circuits, and what's holding the great deep that's already here. So those are some really good questions that I don't know about. Where I know this is the truth, but I'm telling you this is the truth. I don't know that. I mean, this is the part where I'm telling you I don't know. I want to learn. Okay, it looks like BTV's got some moon. He says second highest full moon is 50 degrees high. So 57 degrees. So if anybody doesn't know, the North Star in the top is at 90. Well, it's 57 degrees to where though? From where you are though? Is that going to be the same degree from where I'm at? Maybe, I don't know. Because you, I would believe, would be closer to north than I would be where I'm at. I could be wrong, but it seems like you guys would be closer to north than I would. I don't know. What's up, Charity? Listen, we talked about some really good things on this channel. The channel has a budget. The channel has a budget, Charity. So the channel budget is $55 right now, and that seems like it's going to be enough for me to finish my backdrop at least. But of course, there's a mile list long things that I could do, but the channel's got a budget. It's no longer zero, so I've actually had a little bit of a balance on it like a month, but I just haven't been to the store to get the things I need for it. What else? Man, if you go back and play back and we can go over it all, you're way closer. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I mean, I don't know if your degrees would probably be different degrees. But either way, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is um it'd be nice to sure the exact pass of the sun and the moon and exactly what is causing the eclipse. I don't think that's out of our realm to know. I think if I'm asking God for wisdom on that right now, I don't think God will hold that from me. Now, how long will it take? I don't know. Could be today, could be a while, but um, that's something that could be known. That's something that God would want, I don't see why God would hide that if you ask God for that. And so as soon as I know, I will tell you for sure what I know. And Charity, come into the chat. If you're a friend, comment button so we know. Of course, a few more days. I got that city council meeting, Charity. I've been talking about that since I've been going live, and we're only down to 3 days. 3 days in a wake up, and I get to go back to city council again. I gave you guys a update on the channel budget, and like I said, any money that I spend, I'll start updating everybody on what the balance is and what I'm spending it on. So this way, it's out in the open. You guys know what's going on with the channel. This is separate. This isn't my personal account. This is for the channel. It's for Kingdom Work. All right. If I need food, I got food stamps. All right. It's not a big deal. All right. It ain't a big deal. If I need other things I need cash for, I had that taken care of in other ways. So anyway, the channel's got a budget, so that's good. I'm glad to know that there's an operating budget for my channel. Oh, other breaking news for my channel. Yesterday, my channel finally made it over 1,000 views. That's big to me. That's big to me. At 10,000 views for my channel, that's awesome. I'm glad. I've been waiting to get another digit. So the next digit would be the 100,000. So I'm going after that 100,000. So trying to get that next digit. So that's what's going on here. So there's some really great things. There's great. God's doing some great work. I had a guest on yesterday, my buddy Jameson, who surprised me. I'm being so. I don't. All week long, God has just been showing me how wrong I've been. God has just been showing me how I've been on like things, like I told you about the other story, but my buddy, that was not the Jameson. The Jameson you guys got yesterday talking about flat Earth is not the Jameson I know. He was so well received about what was being said that it blew my mind. So that was mind blowing. And then I got my mind blew earlier about what Danielle told. I would have went live. Guess what? Danielle called me instead, and we talked for 2 hours. So that was great. 2 hours went by like that. And I tell you what, I wish I didn't have a minute phone. All right, because I only get a certain amount of minutes each month, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what that number is. I don't know how many minutes it is, but I'm just gonna wait for it to run out. It runs out. It runs out. People can text me, until it re-ups, which I think it re-ups on the 28th. So in 2 weeks is when my phone re-ups, and who knows? I'm probably ready on the edge of not being able to use it for calls, but I don't really care because I just love talking to people. See, yeah, Charity's all partying with me. Yeah, 10,000 views. My friend Dale, by, and when he comes by, he always hangs out with this other guy and his wife will come by, and I can tell my buddy Dale woke up, and as soon as I told him about the angels at the four corners holding the four winds, scripture got him immediately, just like it did for me. So he woke up to the true Christian right away. I tried to get him to come on live last night. I want to. I hate that. I hate that when people don't want to go on camera for me because they got some really good stuff. Nobody wants to hear my voice. All right. It's good to hear other people's testimonies besides what I got to say, But it's just funny because everybody's asking me questions, And it's so funny. My other buddy Dave, now that I'm on YouTube, right? He wants to start bringing me videos, like I don't know, like random videos, because he knows I'm on YouTube, right? And he's like, "Oh man, I got this video for you. You could use it for your channel." And he'll tell me what it is, and I'm like, "Dave, that would be good if you had a channel. Put it on." And he's like, "No, man, you already got a channel. You got." I'm like, Dave, this. I mean, this is a flat Earth channel. This isn't some kind of like, those compilation where people are just doing funny stuff, people getting hurt, or a cat jumping into a window, like stuff like that. Thing to do with flat Earth, like no, I mean, like, thanks, Dave. But that's not what my channel is about. I'm not gonna be putting a video up of something that's not about what this, it's just not going to happen. But he's like, "Oh man, you got like my channel is small anyway." But people are starting to ask me advice about flat. Like Jameson was over here, and I was trying to tell him what was going on with my YouTube live feed. And he's like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "Yeah, I know that." And I looked at him. I'm like, "Yeah, not me though." I'm just like people. It's weird that people are coming now for like YouTube advice, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do what I can. I mean, all I'm doing is putting the work in. They always say work hard. Just work hard. Oh, that's all I'm doing. I'm working hard every day. I don't take a break. There's no break on Kingdom work for me. I don't break. I don't take a break. No, I can take a break. I do take a break from the live, but whatever. You know what I mean? I do take my break from my live, but it's 20%. If I'm awake, it's on my mind. Now, what BTV said, I've heard this throughout the flat earth community. Now, I cannot confirm this, neither deny this, but I can say what BTV just said. I have heard this. So let me read what he says. At the other side of the equator, they see the same moon and the same eclipse, but what we see as upside of the moon, they see it as the downside. So it's reversed in their sky. Now, I have heard this. It's happening, I do not know, but I have seen flat earth people where somebody that's south of the equator will take a picture of the moon at the same exact time somebody in the northern hemisphere takes a picture, and compared side by side the image of the moon. So yes, I have heard about this. I and I guess for myself, what I would like to do is to observe that. Like observe the moon here, because I know what it looks like in the northern hemisphere. I would like to observe a full moon in the southern hemisphere. But I have heard this, that it is a flipped. It's flipped. Yeah, so I have heard that about the moon. I have heard about that. So many things when you really think about it, man. So much stuff we don't know. Okay, Plasso says something that makes sense here. See what he says. Their perspective is the opposite. The sun and moon circuits are tropic circles, and we see from inside the circle. So he's saying we're looking this way into the sky, and then in Australia, when they look at it, well, if you're looking this way at it, if you're over here, they're looking this way at the moon, and they're They're looking this way at the moon. So we got the north looking this way at the moon and the south looking at this way at the moon. So we see this side, and somehow it flips. It flips, kind of like what when you maybe when you look through a lens, it's flipped edge, maybe something like that. But I get what you're saying. Like we're looking this way at it, and then they're looking the other way at it. So I get that. Um, Makes sense. That makes sense. So, so that's pretty cool. We're talking about the sunsets and what we observe. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I mean, that's what this channel is all about, man. Speaking of what, I go get my ginger ale. I'm thirsty. I put it in the fridge after lunch, so it wouldn't get warm on me. Be right back. I'm gonna grab my ginger ale. I have not seen the World Upside Down documentary. Sounds interesting though. That's interesting. Now after what I was talking about, that's interesting. All right. Hmm. Tell me what that World Upside Down is about. Give me a summary of it, or whatever you, or the points that you want to share with me. What you got out of it. So we still have Danielle out there watching. You're just chilling back, Danielle. Make sure you're still around. Make sure you're still in here. We got Charity Plasso, and BTV talking to me right now. Okay. She says, oh, okay, you didn't finish it. It's a biblical commentary. Flat Earth based on the Bible. Okay. Okay. Sounds interesting. Well, Charity, since you're a moderator, I wrote in the comments there, and so this way I'll be able to, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to throw a link in there, you can throw a link in there, so we can get that done. Wow, BTV says some really cool things about the moon. I liked what he had to say about the moon. I just can't pronounce your name, BTV, so that's why I just say BTV. So I finish it this afternoon. Oh, we're gonna finish it after this. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. She's gonna put the link in there, and then to watch it, I'll be able to click on that link later and see what you guys. There's so many videos I got to catch up on. People telling me to watch. Like Danielle sent me a link. I went over and subscribed, but I was in the middle of eating my lunch and I wanted to come live. So I figured I would hit that channel up later, but I subscribed so I make sure I want to forget right away. Um, um, okay, there it is. Working on cups. She's making some cups. That's cool. That's cool. Marve. So, all right, Marve. Richie from Boston. You know what? I've heard you from Boston. I should check out his channel too. I don't know anything about Richie from Boston. All I know is that I've heard that name. Boston. I mean, he sounds like my kind of guy, right? I named like Richie from Boston. I mean, come on, that sounds like my kind of guy. Boston. What about the call? Oh, Danielle, little side thing with her sister where she makes cups, and she sent me a picture. They're pretty cool. It's like some kind of a epoxy that told me that they were made out of. Um, yeah, yep. I'm telling everybody about Danielle, and Danielle's probably wondering, like, what are you saying? Oh, working on cups. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. She makes cups. Makes cups. She showed me a picture. She emailed me a picture. And they're made out of epoxy. The only type of cup she makes, I don't know. Maybe there's other ones. I don't know. There you guys look over here for a minute. I'm still here, guys. Um, what? Oh, now I'm leaving. Now I'm getting up. Let's see. Oh, breaking news! Breaking news! Excuse me. We got breaking news in the flat Earth. This is this is major new. This is major news. Major. I don't know why all the other networks haven't picked this up yet. But we got breaking news that I am now on Instagram. I am now on Instagram. I am now on Instagram. This is the breaking news. This is the breaking news alert. That's me on Instagram. The flat Earth world is going crazy, but I am now on Instagram. So I thought that was funny. Oh man. I just figured because um, I've been told by many different people, and I'm pretty sure some moderators have told me this already, that I should go on to Instagram. Well, I am on Instagram now. No, maybe well, it's different social networking sites, and Instagram is one I was told. I was told I should go on Twitter, but I don't know if I want to start tweeting. I don't know if I want to be a tweeter. Maybe the channel needs it. I understand why the channel would want to be a tweeter. But I mean, I don't know. That seems like that's a lot of social media accounts for me to manage. All right. He said, "Bibbity boppity boop boutique." I love that name, boutique. I can say that a bunch of times real quick. Hey, I don't have a Facebook either, so yeah, I don't have a Facebook. I'm not allowed on Facebook. I'm booted. I'm banned from Facebook, so I can't go on there. I'm here, guys, but I'm just smoking a cigarette. I just don't want to smoke in your face, so I'm just off to the side. But I'm right here, guys. I love that name too, but I'm not, I wish I could get on Facebook to check it out. Danielle, but I'm not on Facebook. Bip, Bippity Boppity Boop Boutique on Facebook. And she says they're very busy right now. That is awesome. I'm glad you guys are busy. You should be. Thank God. I love that. I love that you guys doing a little cup thing. You know, that's awesome. You know, that's great. I'm gonna have to go next time one of my friends comes over. I'm gonna have to steal their phone, go on their Facebook so I can pop in and check out your account over there on Bibbidi Boppity Boop. I just love that name. No wonder why you guys are doing so good, man. That name alone probably people love it. The name alone. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's told you about your that name. That's a great name. Yeah. It's a great name. It's a great name. I mean, the name alone makes me want to write cups. But I don't drink coffee though. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not saying you could use them for more than coffee, but um, what did I say? I think it's great. I'm gonna have to use one of my friends' accounts. The next friend that comes over, I'm gonna say, "Give me your phone. Make sure you're signed into Facebook. I gotta check something out. I want to check. I want to check that out. I want to check out the full product line you guys got. Or you know what, Danielle? Just email me some pictures of your products you got. I got to plug my computer in. It just beeped at me. I don't know if you guys heard it beep or it dinged at me or whatever it did. So, a recap on today's show. We talked about the channel's budget. There is a budget now. 8th is city council meeting. We talked about the testimony that Danielle gave about what she's seen for Nikon 900 or P900 and her testimony, what she saw. That was great. And we've been basically for the last bit of this been talking about the moon. We could share some good things. So, guys, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We're gonna stop this live chat. So I'm gonna be checking out that other video that the link's in the description there. Check that out, and I'll be checking out Danielle what you sent me earlier. All I did was just subscribe to him, so I did not forget to do that. I figured I'd go back to his channel when I had time. Because the video you sent me was almost an hour long, and so I figured I'd get to it later. I'm just reading some of these comments. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be coming live again later. Later this evening. I'm not sure exactly what time, but I'll take a break here. We'll be coming back live, and thanks for tuning in, guys. God bless you all, and God bless you. Bless you, bless, even more blessed.